Okay, so Always With Me, Always With You by Joe Satriani. This is just a really, really awesome display of guitar playing by Joe Satriani here. And he has got to be one of the greatest guitar players that's ever kind of showed up on the planet, right? There's him and maybe Steve Vai, and then there's everybody else. And in my opinion, these days, they're just they're in a completely different stratosphere than most guitar players. Technical ability, but not just that, their creativity and the feel they put into every single note. Like, I think Joe is really known for his legato and going real fast and everything. But the thing is, every note he plays, whether he's doing 64th notes or whole notes, they're all equal to him. Like the way he plays them, every note has a feel, and he's got a grasp on everything. Everything's in the pocket with him. Great guitar player. Anyways, let's get on with this. We're in the key of B major here to start, and then it goes into B minor. Okay, so I may break this lesson up into two parts. We'll see how it goes, see how long it takes. But okay, so for the sound that I've got here, I've got my Igniter Renegade. And I always list all my gear in the description box below here, so if you're curious, you can have a look there. And got the gain cranked, it's all the way. Got the bass about, what's that, maybe 4, 3.5. The mid I've got about 7. Treble I've got full. And I'm running it through my wah pedal, and I've got my wah all the way down. Okay, so it gives it that bite. And I'm starting the song at about 2 on my volume control on the guitar. Okay, so let's just go over the beginning. So we've got this first chord, which is a really, really difficult chord to play. And I really struggle playing this chord because it's just a very unusual shape. So what we've got here is E7, D9, it's a little finger, G8, the third finger, and B5 with the first finger. So you've got, we're going to arpeggio it, right? That's the first chord. Second chord is open E, D6, G6, B4. And then we're going to slide that down 2 frets, but bar here to get that F sharp in the bottom. Okay, so right, we're back at this. You can see how I just have a real hard time getting that chord. Okay, so and you can always do it like this to just forget the bass tone. Right? And I'm sure that's how they probably did it in the studio. Okay, but if you want to get the bass notes in, and then now the last section is you just put your middle finger here and your first finger here on B1. So you go, right? So from here to here, back to the E1, back to this one, and then just put your middle finger here on G3. Right? And then we're into the solo. Another way you could do this, if you struggle with all this stuff, is you could just do it like this, with an open E, like just here on G4, B4, and open E. If these are a problem, right? So there's ways around it, but that's the way he's doing it on the record, okay? All right, so now we'll get into the solo. So we're in B major. Okay, so that's where most of it takes place. And the first phrase is this. Okay, and you'll notice with Joe, every note he plays, it's kind of special, you know, like he never neglects a note ever. So he's sliding into these, sliding up or sliding down, or he's doing something with the notes, right? All the nuances that he uses when he plays, and I can't capture every nuance that he does. Otherwise, I'd be him, right? But we try and play with feel and get those nuances. So we're gonna slide up there. It's B4, B5, B7. Okay, then, and we're sliding into B9, and we're sliding up to G6, right? And we've got to get that vibrato on, and this beginning part is really sensitive, right? Okay, and then we're going, so we're gonna slide back down to B4 and slide up to B8, and then we're slide up to B9, and every one of those notes is picked. And I would use the fingers that I'm using here, just because it just makes it a lot easier, right? Okay, now we've got, so we're going D4 to B4, or D4 to G4, and slide up to G6, slide up to G8, slide back down to G6. Okay, now we're going to go okay, so we're going to precede that little lick with that B note on G4. Those are all slid. Okay, so the only note I'm picking on that B string is that one. Pull off, slide, slide up to the B, okay? Okay, now we're going to move on to the next lick, and what I do there is from 2, I'm going up to 10 now, okay, because they're actually about 8 maybe. So, now we're going to go. Okay, so, and I know a lot of you guys are going to think, okay, he bends that one, but I like to slide that up there because I get a better vibrato. Okay, so anyways, we're down here and so you can slide up to that one. I think in the demo I just hit it with my little finger. So B9, and then 2 shots on E7, sliding up to B11. Okay, then we're going to go, which is basically, I'm just going to turn this down, upstroke on E9, downstroke on B12, right? And then we'll hammer on to E11. Okay, and then we're going to slide up to E14. And try and get a vibrato on that. And we're going to pull off to E11. And then B14. And slide up to B16. And try and hit the harmonic there. Right? Or if you bend it, you pinch it, right? And on my Les Paul, that's right about where this pickup ring is, in between the pickup ring and that gap of the white part of the pickup. I can get a harmonic there. It'll be different on every guitar, right? Okay, so far we've got from the, you know, the heavier stuff. Okay, and trail that down. Then we're going to come up to here. Okay, and that is E18. It's a half step bend to E19. And then E16 to B19. Back to E18. Right? Okay, I'm not going to call every fret. And then we're going to bend here on E19. And we're bending up to 21, right? And then slide into B19. And we trail that down. And now we're going to do this cool lick, which starts on B16 with the little finger, right? Go down a tone, right? They're all pull-offs. Right? That last one is from E12, E11 to B14. We'll try and hit the harmonic on that one, the pinch, right? Okay, and then I trailed it down, but you should trail it up. Okay, and now we're going to get into this next lick, which is, it's that B major pentatonic, and he's going to go okay, so that's E19, full step bend on G18, and then down to E18, and then G16, and then E16. And I like to get that one with my middle finger, although you could go, right? You could just bar there, but I don't like the sound of that chord. Back to G16. And a full step bend on B19. Okay, and we just hold that with vibrato. Okay, so far, from that heavier part, we've got this. I'll do it slow. Okay, so now we're going to go up here on E21, half step bend, right? Slide that down. Okay, and then we're up on E14. Okay, so it's, alright, so we've got that little half step bend on E14, pull off to E12, then B15, back to E12, and then just hammer that on. from nowhere, right? So B15, B14, B12. And then we're going to come up to here to E17 to E14, okay? Now, sometimes, like live, he plays all this stuff quite a bit different nowadays. He goes, he kind of does it there, kind of like that, but I think it sounds better here. Okay, so now we're going to get into this really fast legato lick. The one that goes like this. Okay, again. You know, I can't say every note on this. You just have to see where I am. Like it's B minor, right? And we're kind of dealing with two positions here, okay? So we've got the first position, which is kind of this. And the second position, which is this. Okay, so now we change positions. And then we've got this. Okay, really tricky lick. I hope, you know, this is enough here, what I'm showing you. Because I can't say every note, just be here forever. And a lot of doing legato is muting, right? So you got to palm mute everything really, really well. And as you go down, like once I hit that G string, I'm going to put my middle finger here on the B string to mute it, right? Okay. Muting the B string. And I'll pluck this. So hopefully that's enough for you to understand what's going on there. And up to speed. A lot of string noise there. Okay, so that's that. And then we get this pinch harmonic there, right, which is on G6. And, you know, pinch harmonics, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but there's probably a few lessons out there on pinch harmonics, and I should probably do one. But it's not a big part of my playing. So, you're just kind of brushing against the string with your finger and pick. Okay, then we've got this lick. Again, the timing on this lick is killer, right? Really, really tough. It starts on the downbeat though, I'll tell you that much. So we're just going up the B minor scale again, right? Right? It's, you know, technically it's not that hard, but it's the timing on this that's a killer. Sliding up to B11, right? So, okay, slide out of that, and then slide into B12, right? So slide into B12, little half step bend on E14, and then a slide with your middle finger from G14 to G11, and then from A12 to A9. And the whole time I'm picking these, I'm always trying to get some kind of a pinch out of it. You know, if it's not a full pinch, like a, you know, it's kind of pinching them a bit, right? So, but even that one, pinch that one. You know, that, or just pinch it a bit, right? Okay, now we're here, and that's just on B9 or E9, half step bend, pull off to B7 or E7, and then here, half step bend on E14. We're going to end that phrase real gentle, and that it doesn't hold the whole time. It stops like that, right? We're just going to slide down from E12, E11, E9, E7, E6. Okay, now we're going to start the whole thing again up high, right? Okay, so we're here. E11, E12, E14, and then slide into E16, B17, well, E14 first, right? And slide down into that B14. Slide it out of there, right? And then so it's just like that. Right? And then we bend this. Try and hit our harmonic though. Right? And slide into G11. Okay, so okay, now we've got this. Okay, so that's G11, B12, G11, B14. Sliding, right? And try and hit that harmonic there. Slide, right? B16, B14. And then we're going to end the whole thing by doing this. Right? So E11, E12, E14, slide from E16 to E14. Slide all the way down. And then the B on B12. And then we get into the tapping stuff, but I'm going to save that for the next lesson. Okay, so that'll be part 2. We'll go from the tapping onward. Okay, so yeah, hopefully we'll see you in part 2.